Right, welcome to my classroom, and today we're going to do phases of the moon, one of the concepts our grade 7s have to deal with. So let's get started. Before we start, I just want to say for the teachers who use this book, there's nothing wrong with the book, but one of my students have asked me, what is wrong with this picture? This picture doesn't make sense to him because if the sun is here and the moon is fully round, why is the entire moon dark? In his mind, just like the earth when it's night and day, this half should be dark and this half should be light. And this makes sense because the sun is here, this is light, this is dark, but why is this side all of a sudden dark and this side is light? And this one makes sense, but if the sun's here, why is this side dark? And this picture is very confusing to them. So I've decided I'm going to make a video explaining to them how this works, and hopefully this video will give them a better understanding, which this picture really confuses my students. So it confused my students. I don't know about yours. So I told them, this is the sun. And if you had the perfect picture, this would be what the moon would look like in its 20-day orbit around the Earth. The sun is here, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. This makes sense. Now I told him, what if you stood in the middle of the Earth and you viewed this one, as the weeks go by? So I told him, what do you see if this is your vision of the moon? You see totally darkness. This one, you see a little bit of light, and the rest would be dark. And now this started to make sense. The way you perceive the moon is what actually is shown in that picture. So you perceive this as just a little bit light and a lot of dark, total darkness, half light, half dark, little bit of darkness, a lot of light, full moon. And that's what I try to get in this video, is that the picture in the book is trying to show you what you see from your perspective of Earth. But I feel it's very important that this middle part comes in, where they still understand that the moon is always the same, half day, half night, or half dark and half light. But it's the perspective that you see, that's what they're showing in the book. Okay, so I told them, right, let's imagine that we're doing an experiment. I've got cameras in a ball in the middle which resembles Earth. I've got a ball that is the moon, and I've got the sun, which is this light bulb. And I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to switch on the light bulb, and then this moon is going to orbit the Earth, and this Earth is going to take a lot of pictures as this moon orbits the Earth. And these pictures are going to show what you see. So let's see how this goes. So instead, it's taking the pictures, and the moon is orbiting. And what do we see? In the end, from perspective, you see these waning crescents, etc., full moons, new moons. But the important thing that you need to remember is the one side of the moon will always be light and the other side dark. But it's perspective-wise that we see the moon grow and shrink and grow and shrink. And that is the main thing I want my grade 7s to understand, is that the book is showing the perspective that you would see, but the sun is on the one side, and one side of the moon will always be light, and the one side will always be dark. The Earth and the moon doesn't change, and the sun doesn't change its direction, and the shadow doesn't all of a sudden fall on the other side, even if the sun is on that side. Don't get confused between that. So I hope this video has helped some of my classes and some of the other grade 7s in South Africa. Any questions, any comments, they are more than welcome. Currently, I'm putting all my time into videos for grade 7s because I feel they are under a lot of pressure in South Africa with a full curriculum and a short amount of time to process the work. So hopefully these videos will help a few of our grade 7s out there to just get a better understanding of the work. So comment, like, share, subscribe, and if there's anything that you need, just leave it in the comments and I'll see if I can